All right, predictions up. Green 4 is attacking, Blue 4 defending. Two objectives. Either put your early bets down now or wait till we give the breakdown. Why bet on Blue 4?
Bet on Blue 4 right now.
We haven't even... This is why you're a bad man.
Bet on Blue 4 right now.
This is why you're not allowed on the stock market, because you just make rash decisions.
I just want one of you to go all in on Blue 4. Trust me on this. Trust me, all in on Blue 4.
3 out of 5 times you are openly wrong, and the 2 out of 5 times are just pure luck because of statistics.
Blue 4, do it. I'm gonna come do it.
Thanks, Topster. Give me a second. I already got another bottle of stuff.
I thought British banter was supposed to be good. Dream's an idiot. Winner is red for here.
Oh my god.
Came into just being bullied.
Oh, damn. Alright, so let's go over the attacking faction first. Dream, what the attackers doing?
What the attackers doing? The attackers be doing oh my fucking god, look at that.
They're giving a
thing.
symbol. This is what you're destroying today, so there's no question about it. I love that.
Okay, so they have the BMP-2, obviously, with the main cannon being a 14.5. That does not look normal at all. The 2 BTR-80s with a bunch of transports, and the 2 UAZ Dushkums. In terms of their kit, it is just normal. You said they're Iranian, didn't they? Yeah.
I guess Iranian woodland, if that's even a thing.
I guess AKs, PKMs, PKPs, RPG2s, a UH-1H, Huey. They actually can see what they can see what they have to destroy. Maz is making sure that he lets the player base know that this is what you have to destroy. In terms of the players, as commander, we have Vagrant. We all know Vagrant. He is just either hopefully unlucky or the best commander of the day. There's no in between. X-Ray being Jib style, Green Thumb, Nordic, Leia with that T500, T5000.
She did work with it last week. I'm curious to see how much work she does with it this week.
Olaf and Finn, Alpha HQ taken by Valenti and Scholt with Sphere, Tanaka, Phoenix,
it's all 762,
and it's Jerry taking up Alpha 1.
No.
Norris, Navy, Spiky, Bedakovic, Dog 4 Max taking Alpha 2.
No, it's all
Bravo
545.
HQ led by Shrimp with 4IB, including Stark and Smith, who got a pretty nice kill on Spiky last time because Spiky didn't move. Bravo 2 taken by Mixu Ghoster, Jake Hall and Patriot with 1RW taking up Charlie HQ and bits of Charlie 1. Charlie 2 taken by Ultra Lord, Jakub, Astronaut, Skynet Vesto and Twins. Delta taken by Depso. He seems actually to be alone, unless they'll be folding in. Not entirely sure. Hawkins, Not Bay, and Greg, who was just in here. I missed Del 2. Del 2 taken by Zeus, Swallow, Eric, Tackle, Fred, and Layden. Golf 1 taken by Hawkins, Not Bay, and G-Legs, Not Bay, and G-Legs obviously being the asset. Well, both of them being very good in assets. And obviously Not Bay just being good. With Brain taking Hotel 1. That is that for Green 4.
Hey, Dol, how you doing?
If you would like to take Blue 4 away.
I will in a second. Just want to mention a few things. We do have the UH-1. That wasn't mentioned earlier. I'll be curious to see if they use the 240 Bravos here. But the only player that I don't think, or excuse me, that I think it has only, how do I put it? We don't have Iceberg in here tonight. Iceberg is the only player I've seen that actually can effectively use the gunners on the side of any helicopter. But otherwise, it would just be good for harassment, because we have seen other times in the past where they're able to land a few shots and at least wound a defensive garrison. In terms of people to watch within the roster, we have Severe with Tanaka under Coalition. So third best community in the AO. Here we got Leia, who's done really well with that marksman rifle, and I'd love to see more work from her. We have Stark taking a team lead position under Bravo. And then we also have, I saw him, Bay is going to be one of the people in that Vic crew who is very, very good at that. And then I think we also had Norris somewhere. Yep, Norris under team lead for Alpha 2 as well. So good veteran players on this side, but they're not in the positions where they usually perform their best work. So we'll just have to see how things go. I'll be curious to see how Bay does in that Vic crew. Otherwise, let's go ahead and look over at Blue 4. Maz already told us in the pregame it's an Ion PMC-based faction. We have two M2 MRAPs over here. We have the KA-60 with no armament on it whatsoever. We've got two LSVs with a black texture on top. Actually, most of the transport Vics are LSVs, only two that have the 134 minigun on the top there. And then we have two static M2s, which I am struggling to find right now.
One of them is right next to Killer.
And they have the holographic sight.
I don't actually know where the other one is. They probably have loaded it into a vehicle, which the last time we saw people load statics into vehicles, they blew up every single time.
Yep, so let's hope they backpack them and they'll unbackpack them next to the vehicle instead of directly loading the static in. But otherwise, Blue 4 appears to be a standard woodland faction. This is actually older US camo, but instead they're going to utilize it for the Ion sight here. 5.56 weaponry in terms of G36s with mini-me's, AK-249s as the automatic rifle. We also see some 240 Bravo gunners as the machine gunners. I would assume a mix of M72 Laws and Carl Gustavs, depending on the squad. And the marksman team is probably going to be Mark 18s, but let's go ahead and look. It's Kabaya leading that team. And, yep, the Mark 18s that are suppressed. And then Lolo is taking the 338. I don't mean to talk shit about Lolo, but I think in a 1v1 sniper battle, Leia would outperform him just because she's been doing better over the past few weeks. I haven't seen much on Lolo. No offense. He's been a good player, don't get me wrong, but marksman, haven't seen a lot. Otherwise, looking at the roster here, we got Lusode commanding. Interesting. The leader of PLH, I'm sure he'll do well in that regard. Lolo, again, taking the marksman rifle with members of TSB taking the entirety of X-Ray. Scandy Recon taking Alpha HQ with Maz here. And they've got Iander rocking an M72 Law. Okay. Usually he does better with the Maz, but any AT he generally does very, very well. Blackbeard and his group taking Bravo 1. Bravo 2, names I don't recognize, one of those two new communities playing. We've got PS in Charlie HQ. Killer is a pretty good one-on-one player, but on the overarching elements of FNF, he kind of gets absorbed into the veteran group. But on Titans, where it's just 7v7, he usually does really well. So on this map, though, since it's a lot of open ground, we probably won't see him perform as best as, you know, we see him in those Titan-style fights. Otherwise, Charlie 1, more names, just a mix of both UTG players and others. We got Aim at the Stars and his group under Charlie 2. Delta HQ has Papega. Papega did all right. Everyone did all right last round. It was more of an attrition fight. We didn't really see anything substantial, or no, that's not the right word, noteworthy for any of the major squads. They just kind of held out their own. Coalition got close to eliminate one of the VIPs, but fell flat. And Guy Fieri ended up getting that kill anyway, and then killing the guy that was hunting them. Otherwise, Bazooka, Tolly we know, Bazooka we don't, and then Oddball under Bravo HQ, who's all the way on the bottom of the roster. So it's one veteran community with a bunch of veteran individual players, best of the best, versus Scandy Recon and Papega, but they're on defense, and this is a map with a lot of open terrain and not a lot of room to flank. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm leaning towards the offensive team because of the sheer amount of assets they have. And I think you're just going to say no and say the other team regardless of what I say. But
because Blue 4 are going to win.
I would say if you're a hardcore Papega or Scandy Recon fan, feel free to bet Blue 4. That's your bet. If you bet definitely Blue 4, on you there. But agree with me. I feel like Green 4 has a slight advantage based on the map, based off of the AO, and based off of who's on what side, so based on the map, if that makes any sense.
I just want to draw your attention, and I kind of want to pick Maz's brain for this.
Colonel,
so we talked about it a second ago about Hill 2416, the random set of buildings. They are just buildings built into the side of the mountain.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a pretty good Overwatch position.
Yeah, I think Maz, I guess, wanted to use it as sort of like a FOB type thing. So, because it is closer to Blue 4, so they can push out there and get to it. And it is a really nice Overwatch position. But I mean, I could see why they wouldn't use it, like neither team. But you know, it's a good idea.
All right, looking at the two AOs here, Blue 4 has a bit of a dammed up area that has suffered a little bit of flooding. But this is actually a really nice custom creation. I always love Maz's work and Night Owl's. But the drone is actually in a little woodshed here, tucked away. And he's got a Mars sign next to it. That's pretty funny. And then a sign with Ion with the drone. That's pretty funny, too. I always love that little storytelling aspect when mission makers build bases and add those little signs to
Yeah, Maz very much enjoys doing those.
Just to add those nice comments to everything. And then the other AO, which has the helicopter drone, was Blue 4 spawn, which honestly has a pretty good perimeter, some really good open areas around it, some good Overwatch positions from neighboring complexes. I think this AO is slightly better than the other AO just because it lacks, and I'm talking about the Southwestern AO with the UGV, it lacks any support structures, and there's a little bit of forestry around that can help Green 4 maneuver up, but both have big open areas around them, and that's going to make it quite tough for Green 4 to assault them. That's why Green 4 has those heavy-hitting assets. I'm still leaning Green 4, though, but Blue 4 definitely has a good bonus advantage here of all these open areas. But really, this is one of those that could swing either way. I'm just basing my judgment on history, but if Green 4 doesn't utilize those assets properly, Blue 4 is going to have this in the bag.
So what is the point split right now, then?
We have 181,000 points in the pool, 79k on, I believe, Blue 4, and about over 104k on Green 4. Interestingly enough. Maybe I got those confused.
Green 4 people are wrong, and they will be proven wrong, and I will laugh. And all the Blue
4 out of 5 times you say that,
all the Blue 4
you end up losing. We also have Blue 4 crash their VIX together.
Rost fell over. He was taking a nap. But all the Blue 4 chads, you know, we stick together.
The LSVs are really maneuverable. I mean, you saw them make those quick turns last second to avoid crashing into each other with Charlie's group, so we'll see if Blue 4 can use that mobility to their advantage. Those 134s early on could be really good raiding and harassment vehicles to Green 4's convoy as they move up. Because let's be honest, we know where Green 4 spawn. In this entire AO, it's pretty easy to predict that they spawn on the MSR.
It's just where they will go from the MSR, which is what Blue 4 need to guess. Are they going to go mountainside, come in from the northwest, or are they going to just take straight through the MSR and fight over the fields?
I think Green 4 going over the mountainside is a bit of a death sentence. There's just way too much open ground. We're probably going to see them stay in the low ground. But Blue 4 needs to properly predict that and deploy their forces accordingly. Have one group on Overwatch that can also cover the objective area, but everything else have either spread out on a defensive line or a little more close to the objectives themselves and hold them and rely on raiding units such as the LSVs working with the KA-60 to find Green 4 and assault them before they can get close to thus slow them down.
Is this drone a thing you can actually use?
Yes, both are they're vanilla drones.
I know the UGV. I've actually never seen this one before.
So that one is from the Apex DLC.
The heli one?
Yep.
What the fuck? I've never seen
a vanilla
that
drone
in my life.
It's honestly really fucking fun to use because it's a helicopter with the maneuverability of a little bird that you control as a drone, and it's basically an attack. It's a gunship with no front cannon, so you get the AGMs and the rocket pods.
So it's overpowered as fuck.
Pretty much.
Shit.
And it's rare you see it used in ops, but when it is, it's night and day for the operation.
When is your next MCO? I have just missed all of them.
Next MCO is 2 Sundays from now. We already have community reserves going on. It's also the first one that I'm unofficially declaring open to the public, where people can come into my Discord and request an auxiliary tag and play it. I don't have a community, so I just kind of show up and hope. So you just request the auxiliary tag and then
I already
get a
have
slot.
the auxiliary tag.
So you're waiting then for next week when we open it to general slotting, and anyone can jump in. Thanks,
To
Mod.
be perfectly honest, I will probably forget, and then I'll just show up on the day and be like, "Hey."
No, it's okay. People get pinged.
But
we always have 5 to 10 people that are no-shows, so we always take fill-ins like that as well.
And then I come in and be the best player there.
Good luck.
I don't need luck. I'm very cocky tonight. I'm not entirely sure why.
That's okay. I'm getting tipsy. Still pre-gaming for my friend's party tonight. Guys, I'm gonna need like 2 more of these bottles though, so we gotta step up that hydration.
Yeah, come on, boys, step it up. look, guys, if you voted for Blue 4, you'll have loads of points to do it in a sec, because you'll take all those stinky.
Up.
You'll take all the stinky green 4 people.
It's gonna go either way because of how the AOs are split.
Stinky green 4. Blue 4.
Shouting
Blue 4
stinky. This is why. Remember when
gang.
someone told you don't have a high viewership count? This is why.
Ow. Ow. Damn. You hit where it hurt.
I know. I'm being honest. So the KA-60, excuse me, the Huey was already in flight. It was on the far left side, and now it's coming around. The KA-60, meanwhile, is still grounded. I thought helicopters couldn't spool up until the mission actually started.
No, they can. They just can't exit the zone, otherwise they will fucking die.
Huh.
And by die, I mean if they exit the zone, they'll be teleported back onto the floor and probably blow up.
Makes sense.
I haven't seen it happen, but it could.
So Blue 4 is just going to take their convoy down the MSR.
That's not permission to do it. Don't do it. Actually, do it. No, don't do it. Unless you want to get banned. You probably... Don't do it.
Yeah, Alex, how you doing, my man? This is round 2 of FNF. You can still gamble points if you want to.
The MSR route.
But otherwise, it could go either way. They're actually now diverting. They're going to ride the right flank and either try to back cap the rear objective from the town, or they're just going to do a large-scale right flank attack. Which I could see the logic in that. We might also see a pincer, though.
Blue 4 have got it.
But Green 4 slowed their convoy down, I guess, in confusion. They got the BMP-2 covering. Not a bad choice, Alex. Yep, so the BMP-2's holding. They might keep that in reserve for now. And we also have the KA-60 riding the left flank. And an LSV on the dunes doing recon here. Delta HQ, they have one of the armed ones. Good call on Blue 4 to do that recon, both in the air and on the ground. But where is that vehicle going? It's X-Ray within the UH-1, and they're going to probably deploy on the far northern side.
So I think the X-Ray squad for Blue 4 will
There's the ride-up on the right flank.
Yeah.
They hear it now.
Yep, they are all sort of keyed into it. They'll be calling up to their guys saying, hey, they're holding the right... Yeah, they're going for the back cap.
That military base is not a bad spot to hold from, but if they keep going, they could potentially just completely back cap the rear objective.
They turned down. Are they going to see Kabaya here standing on the middle? No, I think he just managed to get...
Nope, they saw him.
They obviously have no ATs, so...
But Green 4 doesn't know that. So we got one group dismounting, but the BTRs are still going. Those BTRs are loaded, plus 14, plus 16. That's at least a third of Green 4 within those 2 BTRs.
180.
But Blue 4 doesn't have it. Does Charlie have it over here? They do not.
The BTR are just completely exposed.
There's no AT. And Green 4 might just rush the rear objective and pull the rug out from Blue 4's nose.
Guys, you had a funny joke. Remember when I said Blue 4? Funny joke.
Shut up, Train.
I can't be held reliable for you losing all your points.
So now here's Green 4 dismounting. They're going to attack the rear objective, but it's completely empty.
And Charlie HQ have just decided I'm not getting out there.
Well, they're trying to set up a pincer attack right here. So they're having groups come from the northeast and the southeast. Nope, this is the direct east now. But they're going to quickly find there's no resistance there. Take that out. There were no vehicles left because this was Blue 4 spawn, so Green 4's not going to capture anything. But that's going to mean Green 4 can then turn their attention to the attack the other objective, and Blue 4 needs to scramble. Yep.
Yeah, both Deltas are now pushing straight down. One of them being a bit slower than the other. Sideways is going straight for it.
You have X-Ray that's also been dismounted on the hills. They might be able to get up to where Blue 4 dug these 2 Heskos and set up a great overwatch on the other objective. Blue 4 really needs to reposition here because they're being caught with their pants down in a great rush play by Green 4.
Skipu goes down to just concentrate fire from, I'm not entirely sure who it was.
Yeah, Timac is also dead in that fight.
Sturm taking down.
He was killed in the gas.
Yeah, Sturm's only using the G36. Yeah,
Great.
Zat has a kill with the
You got one of the M2s coming from the rear. This is Pepega Pirates. I see because Sideways is in it. Dream, real quick, what's the policy if you crash? Are you done for that round, or?
Yeah, if the game starts and you crash, you cannot come back in. You are out for the rest of the game. Ooh.
Gunner just got knocked out from the UAZ. Satchel being thrown over. Oh no! No! Why are you bailing out? Oh! Great play by Kate here. No, it was legal action. And then the other guy just got taken out. Great fucking move.
Yeah, that was beautiful from legal.
I'm writing that one down. I always write the highlights down so it's easier to edit later. Tackle now getting out as Kane running down, and Kane executes.
Oh, so they just had a rocket fight at them, Rost.
Yeah, one of the gases got blown up. The other M2 Vic is now trying to suppress. Blue 4 delivering a very good counterattack here.
Shepard holding the RPG. Oh, it just moves by the hill. Ghoster on the US, the Dushkum, trying to get a shot off. Starts firing, but
The MP2's coming up. Green 4 now needs to reorient their attack to hit the other objective now that they're realizing that the northern one is not covered. Both sides, despite all of the contact, have only taken minimal casualties with the exception of Green 4 Delta HQ, which is at half strength, below half strength now actually.
Currently the BTR is now just firing at the other heli drone.
BMP getting engaged by the 50 cal.
Ooh.
The gunner!
No, drive. Oh no, he was a gunner. That's going straight into their engine. No, the engine's in the front.
Engine's in the front for the BMP.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Still, that's gunner down. That is huge.
So G-Legs unconscious, Hawkins, ooh.
RPG.
There goes Bay.
There it is. Oh, there's a guy.
G-Legs wakes back up in the gun.
He's turned out. Why is he turned out? Wait, is he turned out?
He's turned out. There's another rocket. He just took a shot, and now he's down. There's the BMP-2 taken out. I cannot believe it. A great rush play by Green 4, only to be slaughtered as Blue 4 counterattacks with their own rush elements. 2 RPGs just hit that BMP-2.
Yeah, these Vics have been like really powerful here.
I told you it was going to be a factor of whoever can utilize their Vics better. And Green 4, although having the Vic advantage, if they didn't utilize them effectively, was going to get screwed. There's Green 4 taking out the UAV helicopter. So one objective's down, but Blue 4 has done a great job in thinning out Green 4 early on at minimal Blue 4 casualties.
Maz has decided to climb the solar tower.
Not a bad call, but I could see Green 4 X-Ray picking them off up there.
He's also only got the G36.
Thank you, 917. I gotta open another bottle now.
Before him, Dryden has just decided to make his way through the tank graveyard and is now pushing the Blue 4.
All right, bottle 3, guys. Let's go. Got the KA-60 flying low and slow. It's trying to draw fire to bait out where Green 4 has their infantry position. I'll say Lusod is doing a really great job adapting his forces here. I think that's why he's having that KA-60 go down.
I did realize Guy Fieri and Ross are the 2 dead. 4 blue, 4 with Kukir down. Jonathan also down over here. Because he was in the vehicle.
Do F&F, Barbarian.
So now the 2 guys who were in the vehicle are now dead.
There you go.
Blue 4 have lost one of their minigun Vics. Oh, Jonathan wakes back up. Immediately gets to cover. Dryden has infiltrated into the compound.
Does that Huey on Green 4 have any gunner on it? I don't think so. They need a gunner to start doing some gun runs.
And Dryden just
great down by Dryden there. He could take that AT and knock out the vehicle as well.
Well, he thinks the vehicle's dead, I think.
Oh.
Jonathan
is down. Great play by Dryden there. On a triple kill. Got to be careful running out in the open, though. He could still get dropped. But I think everyone else is distracted by Green 4 on the ridge here.
Oh, is Dryden going to take the minigun Vic? He does. He gets in the gun. That's huge. And he's just firing into walls.
We got an M2 MRAP coming up. That's Pepega. They see that it's been taken. They're firing at it. So now it's all about how can Green 4 maneuver to get to the southern position. We got Pepega Pirates leading. King just got a drop.
Dryden's trying to get into a position where he can take out the gunner.
Stark immediately takes his gun.
Getting some decently accurate shots on Sideways, but Sideways turns in.
Oh, Stark's pulling out an RPG because his AT guy, Shepard, died. Puts the shot out.
Oh, it hits the wall.
But it still gets the gunner.
Oh, wow.
Great play by Stark there. He knew how dangerous that asset was, and he was able to get exactly what he wanted. Great drop. Absolutely great drop. Ariel, welcome to your first live of FNF. Hope you enjoy it. So we have Ghoster with the UAZ coming up. He gets knocked out by Flux, who's driven up. And I believe that Vic still has some personnel in it. KA-60 just did a dive.
Here comes the other Delta Vic. It's always other guy, but the other...
Shrimp getting some shots on Flux.
The team, the Green 4 team, but don't have a gunner right now. But I think what they're trying to do is just continue moving.
Oh, that BTR, have you noticed? It's 15 guys. Maz is now opening fire on it, but that BTR is completely loaded. With that many guys, they might actually be able to make a good dent right here. We got to see Green 4 dismount now.
Flux is using the confusion of the Delta Vic to try and take out Patriot, and Shrimp misses his shots on Patriot. Shrimp fires a GL.
Shrimp is in trouble.
Yeah, Flux is going to help.
Shrimp needs to be using his gun to take out the gunner, but now Flux is taking Shrimp out. Patriot also staying low.
RPG.
Great RPG by Skipu. Ah, Patriot eating 50 counts to the face.
Green 4 are losing a lot of their units here in one kill.
It's getting very messy.
Oh, it might be Novix versus Smith here. King versus 4B. Stark is actually down. Oh, Smith is pushing
Novix running back in.
Smith can pop a nade in the window there. Oh.
Novix getting picked out.
King needs to turn around.
He's holding the corner, though. He's going to attempt a quick medical as Smith runs in. He's going to catch King with his pants down. It's going to be a Hillary Clinton. And there it is. First shot immediately knocks him out in the head.
And then here comes the BTR, who runs up.
Stark was ragdolled, though, so he actually didn't take that much damage. Could be immediately matched up. Tantal, if he gets out, could do a lot of damage here, but Green 4 regrouping and now pushing as the other forces dismounted. They're taking fire from Alpha HQ from a 134 LSV. That's Nemesis up there, and Green 4 X-Ray completely out of position. However, they're running 3 guys up, might be able to take out Nemesis as he flanks from that one spot. But Green 4 repositioning to deliver this great pincer maneuver on the northern side of the final objective. It might just be enough based off of Green 4's number advantage still coming into play with them here. But Pega has done a great job of thinning them out, but it is not enough. We need to see more.
Jesus Christ.
We're seeing some grenades being thrown by Green 4 as they throw them down to the MRAP here. Flux and Money checking if that BMP is active, but that gun is looking down and disabled.
Flux is running after him. Flux is going to run into a nade.
That BTR knocking the engine out of that MRAP, so now they're coasting it down. These 3 guys are cut off. They could get in the gun, but that's just going to draw more of that 14.5 fire, and there goes legal action.
Flux just laying down. Just popping.
Oh god, wait, no. Look to the west. Look at Nemesis.
Oh no, is he about to get killed?
He's about to get fucking assaulted by X-Ray.
Oh,
he quickly runs into cover. All right, Nem, these are 3 AA guys. Gets 1. Nemesis is one of the best players in FNF. Let's see him earn his namesake. Ah, but Green Thumb gets him. Nemesis was sprinting across. Green Thumb was guns up. Green Thumb had all the advantage there. I didn't curse him. Nemesis just made the wrong call. He was trying to maneuver, and he didn't realize he was being pushed. Meanwhile, looking back at the other fight, Flux getting killed by the BTR, and Green 4 has secured this sector. Ooh, so Green 4 have actually pulled away with Charlie HQ, only taking 1 casualty. It's plus 13 now instead of 14. They're friendly firing up at Green 4's position up here, but this gives Green 4 room now to reposition and redeploy their attack. And Blue 4 is running low on manpower.
I don't think anyone knows what's going on right now down there. I can't imagine what
Blue 4 had one of their Vics blown up. Oh, radio comms are going to be hectic, if existent at all. This is just a mess on the ground at this point. But Green 4 has been doing a great job in their maneuvering. Vargren, who's, I will admit, has been hit or miss, but that's because he sometimes gets disconnected. He's been doing a great job of keeping his pincers active and having X-Ray hit flanking positions that Blue 4 has been using against him. I will say Luso did really good in those counterattacks, but he needs to redeploy his forces now to deal with where those pincers are coming from. Thanks, Nick. Whew. So it looks like he is going, Green 4 is going to merge their pincers together and just come up the wooded area. I agree with that at this point. Yeah. They don't know where Blue 4 is fully deployed, so just keeping all their forces together and defensive with X-Ray overwatching them, I think is a good call, because that'll at least feed them some intel, and then once they have everything merged, they can then divide them accordingly.
I think this KA-60 should have been a little bird with 7.62 guns on the side
of it.
I think he is just absolutely useless. Beyond the first 5 minutes of play, I think it should have been a little bird,
or a transport little bird, but with the camera for a co-pilot, so Blue 4 could at least get some proper recon in. Because him flying around like that, he's not going to be able to get too much intel, except on what his faction already knows based off of the firefights going on.
Because he can't sit in one position, especially. I mean, most of them are dead at this point. But
he's just drawing fire, for example, from this BTR, which did get a few hits in him.
He had to worry about
regular hydrate
2 and then the 2 BTRs, which I think means he can't do his recon properly, and he's kind of hovering here. He did just get hit by one of the rounds, but it bounced off. I think he's just being a bit more risky here.
Yeah.
So he can get,
ooh, that was a hit. Trying to nosedive to gain some speed here. You could hear that metal contact, though.
Yeah, his engine isn't shutting down, and it seems he's fine. I can't actually see if his anti-torque is down or not. I think it might be.
Green 4 is repositioning their forces. They've got 2 mounted BTRs. they might try to attack from the southeastern or southern side of this AO, and again, bypass Blue Force defense lines.
I just think they're going to use their overwhelming numbers.
Thanks, Shadow.
Yeah, I think they're going to use their overwhelming numbers. Obviously, they don't know they have overwhelming numbers, but I think that's what the plan is here.
Well, they started with them, so why assume that they've lost it at this point, you know?
No.
And then you got X-Ray harassing people in the garrison with that sniper rifle and with that stolen M134. And a stolen 50 cal.
Have you seen Hotel 1 Blue Fort?
That is the pilot.
Landing. Yeah, he's landing because his
probably do some repairs.
Damage.
They got to be careful though, because X-Ray's close by with 50 cal and 134 minigun.
I'm not entirely sure what's wrong. It doesn't seem to be any obvious damage.
Probably just to touch it up.
Yeah.
I can't believe Blue 4 left behind so much equipment on that hill. To now give to X-Ray just to fuck around with at this point. So you got Green 4 making one attack. Another pincer might try to flank. They're also stealing the 50 cal on one of the MRAPs. That's Stark firing up on the solar tower, trying to knock out Maz and Lolo.
This
Good
is
calls.
where this position becomes untenable. Because
yeah.
Now, how are they going to get down?
Helicopter just exploded. I don't know how, but Blue 4 blew up the KA-60. I think the tail rotor was out.
No, the tail rotor was still spinning.
Well, just because it's still spinning doesn't mean it's taking damage and the chopper's still going to start, you know, turning left or right. Otherwise, that's the only thing I can think of how they crashed it like that, so.
It's on its side.
Look, Dream, some questions I will never have answers for, all right?
Yeah, I've given up at this point.
Hold up, what's Alpha 1 doing? Alpha 1 is 14 players led by Tanaka, and they're charging right up to the objective.
And they are completely clear.
Oh my God. The top guy's getting taken out. BTR turning. Where's that AT by Eander? Oh my God, Eander getting dropped. A lot of Green 4 able to dismount. Hardcore getting knocked out. Green 4 could have just dismounted in the low ground and assaulted. I don't know why they just did that. They pushed way too hard. They were going for a full-on rush to the objective. No, they were thinking.
Spear's confused. Jerry doesn't know where he is. Jerry is scared.
No, they did that because the other objective was empty, so they assumed this objective was empty, so they could just rush right into it. That was a really big misconception, and that just cost them possibly the game. That was 14 people killed in the blink of an eye.
Blackbeard moving up. I think Blackbeard sees Jerry.
That might have... Oh. Jerry wakes back up. Max or Severe is still covering, able to knock out Azariah as well. That's Severe firing. Definitely created some confusion in Blue 4's line.
Blue 4 getting a bit cocky here. Luso, the command, moving up.
He's running up to try to wrap these guys up, but if he gets taken out, that's the organization gone.
Why?
Luso takes his handgun out and just dabs on Severe, but then Jerry bitch slaps him. Oh! Why would ground command do that? I have no fucking idea.
I think Blue 4 have just lost not as much, but Blue 4 have lost just as much. Like, I actually think right there, Blue 4 have lost the same value, or maybe just a little less value than Green 4 lost. Because Blue 4 just lost a lot of good players.
I think right now, Blue 4 has an advantage because Green 4 just lost at least 30 to 40% of its manpower with that attack. And now the numbers are leaning to Blue 4's favor. But if this BTR stays alive for Green 4 and is able to continue to do work, we'll probably see...
I'm not entirely sure, but I just went to look at the hotel guys who obviously blew up the helicopter.
Yeah.
I think they were running down the hill and just got picked off by X-Ray.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, Jib's
yep, down the hill, there's smoke grenade down. Yeah, no, they got suppressed and picked off by the long range group. And they've got the 134 up here as well, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, here come Bravo HQ stealing the minigun vehicle, Bendel, and I'm not entirely sure who else is in that vehicle. It is Smith with Stark as well.
Someone just got knocked out. The driver just got knocked out. By who?
Stark just got knocked out. Did he crash into a bush?
I don't know.
They weren't being shot up before. He wakes back up. If so many rounds going in on them. Smith's been caught in no man's land.
I'm staring at Jerry right now. He's the last guy standing. He's got a PKM. Yeah, he could do a lot of damage to this rear defensive garrison.
3 kills. 6 kills.
Holy fuck, 7 kills.
This could be Jerry's moment.
Blue 4's not noticing. The sole survivor of that BTR group does a quick reload to top him off. Again, this is why I say Coalition, third best community here. They can deliver a lot of damage. Takes out Ragai. Hovis notices, and they trade. 9 kills to Jerry.
Wow. It's not 10, so you know. No, I'm kidding. That was very good from Jerry.
Little worried, so we got Smith unconscious in a bush here.
Prigoda throws a nade, gets caught out. Oh. Hey-o. I miss.
Ooh, yep. Taken out by Martin.
You get fucking... Yeah, I knew you'd get a race on top of that fucking tower.
Yeah, the BTR, I was like, oh, he's not gonna hit me. Boom, my head gets blown off.
Maz, I definitely think you should have given Blue 4 either a little burst of 7.62 or the camera.
Oh,
that KA... What? I'm just saying the KA...
Ooh, Dooley's coming for round 3. Another good player.
Kind of useless.
Guys, I need more hydrates. Also, Chosen, how are you doing, man?
It didn't do any
Always a
recon.
pleasure to see you.
Because it kept getting engaged by the BTR and CMP. No, it's not.
Okay, real quick.
Yes.
It's still looking very even right now in terms of numbers. This could still swing either way.
I make really balanced missions.
AT fired on the top of the hill. Still ineffective. We see Maz's body. Lolo up here on 2 kills.
Yeah, he's been doing fucking great.
But as Green 4 gets closer, I just watched one of them take a casualty from Mike. I'm assuming that solar tower is invincible because I haven't seen any damage. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if one thing falls, everything falls.
Yeah. More RPGs going up there, but with that building being invincible, it's not going to do too much.
Adrian is shooting at the helicopter, which is...
I just realized Nim has a magnified optic.
Why does Nim have a magnified optic?
You should remember designate marksman to get magnified optic.
Gotcha.
She's not a marksman. Oh, she is?
Yeah, she is.
Wait, what did she just get a G36 with a magnified optic?
It's a new Orbat. It's part of the new Orbat. Certain squads get designated marksman.
Wait, so did she not get a
They get
T5?
regular rifles, whatever the rifle is for the template, and then they get a magnified optic.
A scope for it.
Oh yeah, no, you have marked. Okay, yeah, no, because Lolo has the Okay, don't worry.
It could really swing either
Lolo,
way, Alex.
You're not entirely sure of him?
And Righto, Chosen. Righto.
So he's doing pretty well.
Hope everything's going well for you, man.
Yeah, I
saw your new video too. Good shit.
No, because I was just pointing out that Liru said at the start he wasn't sure on Lolo and his marksman skill. But now he's got 3 kills. He just got another one.
Is Leia dead? No, Leia is on the hill. Oh, she's setting up to take people out on the tower.
She's got a really nice shot straight onto Lolo.
She's looking behind her right now, though.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, come on, counter snipe Lolo. I called this earlier, that this was gonna fucking happen.
Real quick, did Vagrant and his guys for Green 4 just go up the eastern border?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that plan a lot. That's pretty fun.
They did a great rush play. The only reason Green 4 is not winning right now, though, is because they rushed again.
Yeah, Vagrant does those plays that are like crazy as fuck, but if they work, God,
they work
really well.
Leia's not firing right now, even though she can see them both. Really? Oh, her gun might not. No, she can't actually look up far enough because
she's setting up her bipod. Yep, I think she just fixed it.
Oh. Go on, Leia. Leia has to hit here.
It's about a 500-meter shot.
They thought that the second objective was going to be the more difficult one on the airfield.
Yeah.
But the first one is actually the more difficult.
Well, I think their plan was to take. I think the plan was that if they were to take, or what they expected to happen was they would take contact at the dam first, and Lolo is dead.
Leia. I told you. I fucking told you.
And Nimia just got shot in the back. Lays down.
No, don't lay down. Get on the ladder.
No, because the ladder puts you up higher.
Yeah, but she's gonna die up there anyway.
And
there's the knockout.
What a shot by Leia.
God damn.
Inside the tower, I put a little computer.
Yeah, I saw that with the little weather thing there too. Not surprised.
Why is there an IDAP mouseman?
Why is there a CSAT computer? That's a better question.
Green 4 has a numbers advantage right now. They're attacking from both sides. It could swing either way. It's really worrisome.
Nimmy, you need to go fast.
Jibs brought up the 5th cal. Leia getting picked off.
Oh, by who?
That was someone down on X-ray on the ground. Probably a marksman.
Yeah, Adrian. No, wow, Adrian actually doesn't have the marksman.
Adrian has one kill. Yeah, it was an iron sight.
Yeah, Nimmy woke back up. She's pretty much safe now. Ianda's still down. He's been down for a while. Here comes the BTR. Do any of the blue 4 remaining have AT? They do.
There is a Carl Gustav in the defensive objective. He has it out. He's waiting for it. If blue 4 takes it out, I think they're going to be able to do fine. We got Mike, though, on the rear here of green 4 moving in. That could seal the fate of everyone.
Yeah, not clearing out those trenches to
Realize
the north.
Mike is on the rear of the green 4 with the BTR, and he might get a couple kills out here. McGruffs and Jat as well.
Where the fuck did the BMP go, by the way?
It got destroyed.
Destroyed early on.
Damn.
Oh, Mike's got to be quicker.
Killer, look right, you'll see it. Killer.
BTR's not focusing, though. There's a suppression killer going down by the BTR. I think that just sealed the deal. A triple kill for the BTR. Wow.
Blue 4 need to find some AT.
This is the end.
Oh, Zat's gonna run straight into that nade. Oh, Frost McGruff goes there. What a nade.
Nemi is dead. He was peeking over the ladder and shit.
Infidel winning that one-on-one with Nordic. Hold up, we still got Mike running up here.
I think helicopter's going for a landing on top of the solar tower.
That's not allowed. So
He's invincible.
Badman.
Oh,
damn it, Mike.
I think Blue 4 bottled. I think Blue 4 had this before that BTR came up. Like
they had a good chance, but the BTR flanked and killed everyone, unfortunately. It bugs me because Killer had the Carl Gustav out. He was ready. He just didn't look too much to the right and got flanked and taken out.
He wasn't surveying well enough.
Still got some Blue 4 guys on Overwatch.
Twin's going for a swim. Oh, he sees that ladder. He's going for it.
Hey, boo.
Marlon and Infidel on the other side. Do any of them have any AT?
Here?
No.
Oh.
For Marlon.
Yeah.
Infidel, no as well.
It's fine.
Oh, center gets taken out.
Do you think Audrey can last man hold this in time for Zat and Fluffs to come back in?
No, Audrey's gonna get fucking.
And Marlin is just firing at the BTR for some ungodly reason.
I think Mal just died.
Yeah, he did.
Here comes
Twins is coming up on the back. Audrey is not realizing.
Hillary Clinton! Hillary Clinton! That grenade just fell through.
And he fell back in.
Amazing.
That's Infidel dead as well. Audrey throws a grenade.
Grenade!
Trying to do anything at this point. They see it.
They don't know the drone's in there though, they're just suppressing.
Audrey could just run and get the Carl Gustav.
He can't fit through that spot though. It's too thin. Because the mission developer hates him.
Bad mission. Audrey wins if he can get through that.
But he can't get through it. Oh, wait, he got it.
Oh, Fluffs just took out Yuri.
Audrey, you need to move forward.
Audrey found that Carl Gustav.
It's, yeah, I think if Audrey finds Carl, oh no.
Uh-oh.
Is he gonna catch Skipu out?
Who can climb the ladder first?
Oh no, I think Skipu's gonna just tell Twins.
Oh my god, now they're going for the side.
Oh, Twins just throwing nades in. Fluff needs to just, surely one body here has to have some AT.
Alright, come on, Audrey, climb.
Twins are just shooting at No, and Twins was just shooting at the
Yeah, but
Look at Sam's position.
What about Sam?
Look at Sam. Look where he's looking.
Audrey got Skipu. I don't know how, but
Look at Sam's position. He's looking right at Twins.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, is Fluff's gonna get caught out?
oh, cause Sam's up there.
Oh, is Fluff's gonna make it to the wall in time?
Oh, look, they're calling the BTR over to shoot it.
No, no, they're not. They just want to shoot Fluff's right now. Oh, Audrey almost. They're shooting at us.
They gotta use the 14.5. 762 isn't gonna cook that off.
I don't think they have any left. Oh.
Wow, I stand corrected.
Yeah, I tested it.
You tested it, you say. All right. Green 4.
Oh, wow.
Barely winning that round. Helicopter.
Jumped.
Uh-oh. I didn't hear it explode. What a shame. All right, we're going to go into round 3.